In this video, we will show you how to replace your front window regulator and motor assembly on this Ford Fusion. This will be located in your front door behind your inside door panel. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. We're going to have to remove the panel located behind our inside door handle. For this, we'll just use a small angled pick. Carefully make our way in between this area. If you need to, you can pull on the door handle. Pull that out of place, a quick inspection. That exposes our one 10mm headed bolt located just in this area. We'll remove that bolt. Quick inspection of the mounting hardware. As we continue, we'll set this aside, continue on down next to the grab handle. Now at the grab handle, you're going to find a plastic panel which houses your window switch and the mirror switch. We have to pop this out of place. We'll carefully use a small pocket screwdriver or a small prying device, carefully make our way in between that panel and the door panel, gently start prying it up. We want to do this close to where the mirror switch is and not all the way over towards where the grab handle is, because there's a small hook in this area. As we're prying this up, I can switch to my plastic trim tool. That'll give us a little bit extra lift here. Make our way down the line, essentially breaking it free. You can see those little locking tabs making their way across here. Let's go ahead and tug up on this. We'll pull it out of place. There we are. You can see that small hook that I had mentioned. And now we'll continue on to our one wiring harness, which is located in this area. It has a locking tab. We'll squeeze that in, disconnect it, a quick inspection for corrosion, and you can set that wiring down inside the door panel. We'll set this aside temporarily. Now with that panel out of the way, right where the grab handle would be, you have two 5.5mm mounting bolts. We'll remove the pair. Now let's move down to the bottom of the door panel. Under this area, you're going to find two 7mm mounting bolts. We'll remove the pair. These bolts come in at a slight angle. With the mounting hardware out of position, we're going to continue on by carefully separating the door panel from the door itself using a plastic trim tool. We don't want to scratch up our paint here. Essentially, just find an area you can make your way in between and gently start prying it apart. We'll make our way across here. There we are. Now let's have a look behind that door panel. With that separated, let's focus on the inner door handle cable. You just want to go ahead and grab onto the locking tab. We can pull that out of place. Now that we have the cable disconnected, we can focus on our three wiring harnesses. For each of these, they do have a locking tab. You just want to press it in, disconnect it, quick inspection for corrosion. Remove the door panel from the vehicle. With that out of the way, we can start removing our speaker. We have a wiring harness here. Go ahead and press in on that locking tab, dislodge this. Continuing from there, you're going to have three 7mm bolts. There's one up high, one down here, and the other one's just on the other side of the speaker, essentially forming a triangle. All these bolts should look the same. We'll take hold of the speaker, give it a little wiggle, and we can start removing it from the door. Quick inspection of that, and we'll set it aside. Now we have our vapor barrier that we have to remove. All of this black area is butyl tape. It's extremely sticky, and it'll ruin your clothing, so be extremely careful with that. We'll take hold of the vapor barrier and gently start pulling this away. Use a trim tool to start separating that butyl tape. Be careful not to tear this. We will be reusing it. As for the butyl tape, you can replace it as necessary. Now we're going to have to start dislodging the window from the window regulator. Now looking at the window regulator here, if you were to look down inside the door, you can see this cream-colored adapter. That's actually the small clamshell that holds onto the window. There's a small locking device on the inboard side here. You want to essentially get in between the glass and that plastic and gently pry it away from the glass. While prying it away, it should be in the unlocked position. You can take hold of the window and gently start lifting it up to separate it. There we are. Now this side's separated, we're going to make our way to the other side, right where that speaker port was. To gain access to this, with my trim tool, I'm going to go through the port that had the vapor barrier. We'll make our way along the back side of that window regulator, gently pry out on that locking tab, and lift up on the window glass once again. There we are. Now continuing from here, we're going to carefully lift the window into the fully upright position, but we want to make sure we have something to hold it there. You can use painter's tape if necessary, or if you have the specialty tools such as suction cups with a small line in between, you can bring those onto the window and bring them up and over the door itself and stick it on the other side of the window. To help hold this up, I'm going to have a helper. Once I get it up there, they're going to hold it for me, and I'll continue on with my 2 suction cups, applying it into the upright position. There we are. Okay, I have my helper helping me here. I'll just be using these, bring them right on over, stick them to the glass, and double check, make sure they're secured along the way. Now with that glass being held up properly, we're going to be extremely careful anytime we're working inside of the door, continuing on from here. We'll start by removing this plastic panel with our plastic trim tool. Just make our way along this edge. Quick inspection of that, that looks good. We can see our window motor. We have an electrical connector down along the bottom area here. We can disconnect that. To disconnect it, there's a locking tab down along the bottom where my index finger is. We're just going to squeeze this in and push it out of place. That looks good. Now we're going to start dislodging the window regulator cable. It makes its way up inside the door. On the outside of the door here, we can see where there's a small plastic clip. If you were to reach inside the door carefully, you'll find that this clip has a small hook on it, which is holding the cable. So I'll just reach inside and tug it down and out of place. Just pull that down and out of there. Let's start dislodging the window regulator and motor assembly from the door so we can remove it. We'll start with our 10mm mounting bolts right in this area. Now continuing from there, on each side of the regulator, you're going to find 2 10mm headed mounting nuts, which are attached to studs, which are part of the regulator. There's one right here, and one located all the way down at the bottom of that regulator, holding it to the door down here. Now let's make our way across the door to the other side of the window regulator. We have 2 more 10mm nuts, one up here, one located just below it. Now you can take hold of that window regulator. We'll give it a little wiggle, pushing it towards the inboard side of the door, removing the studs from the door itself. We can pull this out of place. We'll have to pivot this a little bit. There we are. Same process for the other side. Just start pushing this out. Now let's focus on the upper stud. As you can see, when I try to wiggle this around, it doesn't necessarily go far enough that it can make its way down inside the door and pull out. So what we'll do is lift up on this window channel here. Should be able to slide up and out of position. You can use a trim tool if necessary. Just a quick inspection of that, we'll set it aside. Now we'll be using our plastic trim tool. We're going to go in between the door and the window regulator right inside this area. Gently pry the two apart, pulling the stud away from the door so we can pull this out of place. There we are. Now we should be able to bring this down. Start bringing it out through this larger hole. There it is, friend. Okay, friend, let's prepare to install our brand new window regulator. Before we put this in position, you want to ensure that your cables are facing in the right directions. Now looking at the two cables up along the top there, we have a black cable and a gray cable. We want to have the gray cable crossing over in front, closest to us here, over the outside of the black cable. If it's not, typically you can just take this and twist it as needed. This is the wrong way. Just flip it right on over. And that's the way we need it. Now we can take this and carefully get it inside the door. Once again, we're being extremely careful for any pinch points. As we bring this over, we're going to align our upper mounting stud with the upper port here. We'll start that through. Once it is, start on the mounting nut so it doesn't fall back inside the door. Just gonna have to maneuver this around a little bit, get everything aligned. It's a little bit hard to see in there. We are not going to tighten any of the hardware till we have every piece started in. Make our way down here to the bottom. That's started in as well. Up in this area, we have our 10mm mounting bolts. Let's make our way over to the far side. This one on here. All the hardware is started in. Let's go ahead and snug it up. Double check, make sure it's completely secured in the proper positioning. Let's reinstall our inside window seal. For this, we're going to take it, rest it on the door, slide it in and behind this plastic panel. Once you have that pressed as far as possible, we'll continue on the far side there. We're going to flex up the center, press this down, and now we can start bringing the center down into the proper position as well, pressing it all the way across. Make your way over to reconnect the window motor. We'll align this, press it in, listen for a click, and make sure it's secure. Now we'll go ahead and tuck that inside the door. With that connected, let's reach inside the door here. We're going to secure our cable. That should just press right up into this small hooked area. Just give it a little tug, make sure it's properly secured in place. Once you have that connected, we're going to focus on bringing the window down along each side of the window channel and locking it into the locking tabs. You can see those right in here. Let's take hold of that window, remove whatever you've got holding the window glass up. Just be extremely careful not to let it fall. Slowly start sliding this down, locking it in. Before I go too far here, I'm just going to pay attention to each of my locks. I want to make sure I'm properly aligned, being careful for any pinch points at all times. That side looks good. This side's good as well. Let's press it down, lock it in. There we are. Now I'm going to gently lift up on this, making sure it's properly locked. It should not lift up and out of place. After a close inspection, ensuring we have not left anything inside of the door, we can continue on with reapplying our vapor barrier. We'll make sure we have this in the exact positioning as where we had removed it, just gently pressing it in, pressing all that butyl tape up against the door, making a good seal. Make sure that wiring harness is out, behind the bracket. Nice. It's time for our door speaker. Align the door speaker with the door after connecting in the electrical connector. Start in all three of your mounting screws. After they're all started in, you can snug them up. Let's install our plastic window motor cover here. This is just going to slide right inside this port. Should want to line up, press it in. Double check, make sure that's seated all the way around. You can see it's coming out right there. Now let's bring our door panel over. We're going to start resecuring our electrical connectors here. Press them in, listen for a click, making our way down the line. We've got all of our electrical connectors in. Let's continue on to our inside door handle cable. We're going to roll this into position. Just press it right in. Now we can start bringing the door panel into position. We're going to bring it up and over this ridge. Once we've done that, we'll be paying attention to all of the small push tabs that press into the door that are on the door panel itself, aligning those and gently pressing the door panel into the proper positioning. All right. Now we'll align those tabs, making their way all the way across here. Now we can start installing our door panel hardware here. We'll go with the one that's right on the inside door handle. Use our 10mm to tighten this. Install your protective cover. Listen for a click from that. Make sure it's secured. Now we'll move down close to where the grab handle is. We have the area for our 2 mounting bolts. Let's take hold of that window and mirror switch wiring harness. We're going to press that in along the back side of the switch panel. A quick wiggle to ensure it's properly secured. Now as we go to put this in position, we're going to have to roll it in. Starting with this area close to the armrest, we'll press that down and then roll the rest down into the lock position. You can see all the locking tabs. Carefully start pressing it in and flexing. There we are. Now let's make our way down along the bottom of the door panel. Let's get the other one. Okay, friend, we finished our installation. The next thing we need to do is calibrate the window motor to the vehicle. Have the key in the on position. It does not need to be running. We'll make our way down to that window switch. At this point, we're going to hold down the window switch until the window is considered fully open. Now we can release that window switch, and let's lift up on it until the window is fully closed. We'll hold that for approximately a second. Now we can release it. Continuing from here, we're going to lift and hold the window switch again, at least 1 to 2 seconds here. And now we can release, and we'll press this down. The window should fully open. And let's just make sure it goes up as well. Perfect. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.